And good morning, everyone. Happy Thursday. So Ram Ram Bula Namaste Salam. And once again, it is Poonam here coming to you live from my business page. So I am the um, face behind these business pages in here, and I am the owner of these business pages. So welcome everyone. It is, what is the time? So it's 11:30, just after 11:30 a.m. here in Sydney, Australia. And again, once again, I'm back with my uh, weekly segment of audience info session. So this, if you're new to my page and you don't know what this is all about, so this is all about where. Oh, now, first of all, who I am. My name is Poonam, and I teach, mentor, and coach hardworking, career-focused moms and dads how to earn income online. So that's what I am doing, and that's what I do, and that's what I'm passionate about doing, right? And here I am trying to provide all the information necessary for, in order for you to make an informed decision, right? So I'm out here and I'm trying to answer as well. Okay, this segment is all about getting back to people who have reached out to me, my lovely audience, and my leads who have also inquired about the business, who have showed interest in this business, and they're interested in this business, but they don't know what this business is all about, and they want to clear the doubt, so they do send me the questions. So it's like frequently asked questions. So what I do is every week on Thursdays, this is when I come up here and try to answer one question on a live session. And while I do send them in messages through reply, but I like to do here on a live session as well, to answer those questions so that you can get more satisfied, and then you can make an informed decision for yourself, right? So today it is another day of this segment, and today's question is it's pretty amazing, right? And everyone wants to know this, right? Who doesn't want to know this? So today is question number 18, and it is, does everyone doing this online business succeed? All right. So of course the answer is no. Not everyone succeeds, right? Not only in this business, but to be honest, success in any business or any online venture or anything you do, it depends on so many factors, right? And there's several factors which determine your success, right? And first of all, I would say is your effort and commitment, right? So are you willing to commit yourself, right? Are you, how much are you going to put yourself and commit yourself into doing this business, right? Are you going to just give half an hour or whatever? It all depends on a person who is joining in, right? So sometimes, because it requires building business, it requires your time, effort, right, and your commitment, right? So and dedication as well. So sometimes what happens is people come in, they're expecting get rich quick scheme kind of thing in here, right? So this business is nothing whatsoever of that nature, right, where you tend to get success instantly, right? So we are not a get rich quick scheme, and people, some people tend to oversee that, and that's when they get disheartened, right? That they haven't they haven't put in their commitment, and they haven't put in their effort, and they haven't seen the result then, right? So that's why they fail, and they are not able to succeed in the business. So that's one of the very key factors depicting anyone's success, right? Your commitment and your effort put in, right? That's why always when people reach out to me and they tend to ask me, right, how much can I make on this, right? How much is there to make, and all those things, right? What is it like to make weekly or on a daily basis? Well, it all depends on your commitment, right, on your time and the effort you put in, right? So it all depends on that. So that's one of the key factors. And secondly, I would say another main thing is the mindset and resilience, right? You have to have a positive mindset, right? People with the negative mindset negative mindset, and are those people now, they're not able to take up challenges, right, and overcome challenges. So you do any business, right, any business whatsoever, whichever way, right, you're doing, right, there are always obstacles, right, there are always setbacks, there are always challenges, right. So if you don't have a positive mindset, and you don't have a clear mindset, that's when you're not able to overcome those, right, and you find it yourself in the midst of not able to go past and beyond those setbacks or those challenges. You tend to give up, right. So those are people who, some people do that, tend to give up on that because they're not resilient, right. And and most of the time it's a mindset, right. They don't have a clear mindset, and they don't have a positive mindset. So that's when the failure comes in, right. The failure comes in very quickly because they don't have a positive mindset. So once you are a positive minded person, your goals and your dreams, and there are going to be challenges, but you are ready to take those challenges, right. So that's how resilient you are. You're going to take all the ways of mitigating um, and going through, and tackling all those challenges as well. So that's another factor which depicts your success. And I would say add on to that, adapting to changes, right. It's really important that that we are always have that growth mindset, right, not that fixed mindset. Of course, some people have that kind of fixed mindset where they want to do things in a closed circle, and they are not coming out of the comfort zone because they think they are very comfortable in there and they're going to achieve success. No, success is not achieved when you stay in your comfort zone, right. It's always outside of your comfort zone. You have to come outside of that, right, and you have to broaden your mindset, have that growth mindset. You have to learn things, right. That's how you're developing yourself. Through personal development and everything, you are learning. That's why I come every time whenever I'm doing a go live, and that's what I always mention, right. That it's all about learning things, learning every day is a new learning, right. So we should always be open to learning, and take those things into perspective, and align that into the business or things we are doing, right. And for us on online business, of course, things change on a daily basis, right. So that's how fast this market is going, and that's how fast things are going, right. The online space is it's so huge, and it changes every time. So how adaptable are you, right. So it all depends on yourself as well, right. How adaptable are you? How quickly you can take up changes, right. So are you ready to take those changes? Are you willing to come out of that comfort zone and take up the challenges, and take up all the changes as well, and work according to that, right. And not just sit into the same kind of mindset. So that's another factor which also depicts your success, right. And support and guidance is one of the other factors, I would say, which also and depicts your success. Because you know what, we do give the full guidance and mentorship, and everything is provided, right. We have masterminds, and we have the training. It's available 24/7, right. But the thing is, the main and the priority, I guess, is to have the accountability in a sense that you are accountable. We all are accountable for our own businesses, right. So we have to take that ownership. So ownership is a very it's a key, right. So you have to take up accountability of our own businesses, right. We do attend all those masterminds, and we get all the support which is needed, right. But then we ourselves are accountable for our own business, right. It's not that my mentor, my coach is going to do the business for me. No, they are our guide, right. And our community is the guide as well, right. They are guiding us, but it's on me and it's on us how we are able to take accountability and ownership, right. And ownership of my own business and our own actions as well. right, to achieve success. So it all matters, right? So your accountability, if you're not accountable and you go around pinpointing everyone that I'm not able to achieve this because this and that, of course you're not going to achieve anything, right? Because you're not yourself, you're not putting your effort, time and commitment to your own business, right? So that's when failure happens, right? And then what, people turn around and they say things to others, right? Their mentors or the coaches, and that's not right, because those people are not taking up their accountability, right? So that's another factor which affects, your success as well. So here we provide you with all the mentorship and the guidance, right? Unlimited mentorship, and our community is always there, and we have got the full set of training available 24/7, right? So it's on us, and taking the right guidance and everything, and acknowledging that as well, right? So that's how we move towards success as a team, as a community, as a whole, right? So that's another thing. And I would also add on to this, what also depicts your success is, some people come with unrealistic expectations as well, right? So unrealistic expectations, meaning that they want to come in and as soon as possible, right? Instantly, and which is not the case, right? It's not gonna happen overnight. So, and that's when they get disheartened that they're not getting the success, and those people, they don't have the patience as well. And because they have done things, and they did not see the results, and they become impatient, and and that's when it affects your success as well, right? Because you have to have patience, and put up clear, realistic expectations, right? That it is achievable, but then you have to, everything comes in together, right? It aligns together, your time, your effort, your commitment, your accountability, your resilience, and everything, right? So it all matters. So that is very important as well, to putting up a realistic expectations. People with unrealistic expectations, that's when they feel they're not successful, and then that's when they give up, and they become less motivated in themselves as well, and that's when they tend to leave, right? So that's another factor which depicts one's success in the business. And I would also add is the fear of failure, right? So that's what, we all have the fear, right? It's just normal, right, to have that fear, right? Because we are human, right? We are bound to think like that, right? So, and starting an online business, it can be quite, scary, of course, yeah, because you haven't done it, right? And but you have the fear, but then don't let that fear, take on all your capabilities and possibilities. You won't be able to, then achieve success. So if that happens, then that's the case, right? So so that's another way, another thing, another factor, I think, because people tend to, what happens is that they tend to self-doubt, right? They have this thing in the mind beforehand, that they won't be able to succeed, and it's hard for them, and not giving in their time. So that's another thing which is a key factor into determining anyone's success. So you have to overcome the fear, and if you are still in that fear of failure, if not only this business, I would say, anything you're doing, right? Any new step, any new activity, or things you are doing in your life, right? Whether it can be at work as well, and in your personal life as well, any thing you are taking up, or any new thing you're doing, don't have that fear, right? So if you have the fear of failure, of course you are allowing your mind to focus on your negativity, and allowing your mind to think of that you're not going to be successful beforehand, right? So that's what you are allowing things to happen to you, right? So that's the main thing. You have to let go of that fear, right? And start thinking in a positive way. So once you make that small change, I know it's hard, but it all depends on oneself, right? So yeah, if there are some people who are not able to go past that, right? They still have the fear, and they still self-doubt themselves, right? So because they don't feel confident in themselves, right? So that's the main thing, right? So once that self-doubt thing comes in, and that's when you won't be able to achieve any result, right? As I mentioned, not only in this business but any other way as well, right? Any other things you do as well, you won't be able to achieve what you are aiming for, right? So you have to let go of that fear. So that's a very critical one as well, which depicts your success, having that fear of failure. So and as we go by, things change, right? And we learn, and we get inspired. But there are some people who don't get that as well. So that's another thing. And this one is a good one, I would say, is ignoring feedback as well. There's some people who are not um, good in doing that, whether it's be getting feedback from your mentor, your coach, or your peers, or your community as a whole. And these are positive feedbacks, right? So that's what we always do, right? We try to get feedbacks from our mentor and coaches, right? And see which way we are going. But there are some people who are like very reluctant with that. They don't want to, because they tend to know everything. That's their mindset, right? They don't know everything. So that's when those are the people who tend to fail, right? So that's another thing. We should be open, right? And positive criticism is a good criticism. That's when we learn, right? Because we are learning from people who have already been there in the business, right? Who have got success and who have achieved, and they've gone through the setbacks and challenges, and they see. And once they are giving feedback, it's really very important for people to take those feedbacks and put into perspective, and put into your business, and align them, and work according to them. So yeah, as for some people, it becomes really hard, right? Because maybe they come from that kind of profession, or and they're not really willing to change. So yeah, it really affects them then. So that's another factor. And then there are some people who are very limited. They limit themselves to socializing and connecting with others, right? And they're still in that shell, and they don't want to come out and meet with other people, and connect with others, right? And to get share ideas. So this is business is all about reaching out and connecting with people, because our community is so huge, right? So we are more than 220,000 people in our community, right? So, and it's really very important to connect. And I'm so blessed that I have been given this offered this amazing business I'm part of, that I am been able to connect with so many great minded people, and so many people who are like me, right? So it's just an amazing thing, right, to connect with people. So but there are some people who find it very hard to connect with, to have that connection as well, right? So because they are very limited, and they're very much introverts, right? I was an introvert, but then things change, and as you have to be adaptable, you have to open to be open with to new learnings as well. So that's another factor, right? So you're not those people are not putting themselves out and not connecting with others as well, the lack of the connection with others. So and network lack of networking is, that's the main thing as well. And what else can I say which depicts burnouts, right? So there's another thing which I would say is burnouts, meaning that you know some people come in and they do things that do a lot of things in a very short period of time, and and they don't see the results, and that's when they think that's when the things and they're burned out, right? Because they have done so much in short period of time, and they haven't seen the result, right? So and then doing too much is not even going to give you the result, but doing the right things is going to give you the results, right? So you tend to burn out, and that's what those people and they become less motivated, and that's when they tend to leave, right? So that's another thing. You have to have that right balance, right? And yeah, when I'm saying about balance, you you have to have that balance and priority in your lives as well, because some people cannot put this into place as well, right? About having the right balance, and that's when they are not able to succeed, because they are still juggling and they don't know what to prioritize and what not to prioritize, right? Because this is a business, right? That's what we have here. It's a lifetime business, and we are building an empire for future generation, right? So we have to commit ourselves, we have to put ourselves there every day and on a consistent way, right? Because everyone wants to see us, right? Because we are on social media, right? And everyone who is there on social media wants to see people who are like genuine people, right? So that's what another thing is, right? To be able to show yourself, and on that I would also say, in our business, there's misalignment of values, right? Meaning what that means is, sometimes some people come in and they try to be somebody else, right? And that's when things don't work out in their favor, right? So you don't have to pretend to be someone else. You just pretend, you have to be yourself. You because your story and is what's gonna be the main highlight, right? And your story is your story. Do not have to copy others into doing this, right? You cannot be someone else, right? And that's the thing. That's when your values are not aligning with what you're doing. That's when things turn out to be a pear shape, right? So that's when people also tend to fail, right? Because they're trying to copy someone which they are not, and trying to imitate or do things like that. So you are who you are, so you are unique, and we all are unique, right, in our own special way. So we just have to be ourselves, right? So that's what it is all about. And yeah, so those were some of the factors there which depicts your success, right? Someone's success in this business. That's why now not everyone becomes successful. So because these are some of the things which I mentioned, puts those people into this, and those scenarios where then they tend to become unsuccessful, right? So, and having said one more thing I would add on to is that regardless of this effort as well, because there are some people who do show they have that so much of, they put in their 100% heart and soul into the business, but then sometimes life comes in, right? And that's another thing, and that's pure understanding and everything, right? Life comes in, and they have to prioritize, right? Maybe it's something gone with the family or something, right? Or the health, and the things come in. So those are exceptional cases, right? So otherwise, but these which I have mentioned, those are the factors, key factors, right? And which depict someone's success into this business, right? So yeah, so it all depends on a person, on an individual, right? So that's what I have to say. So I hope this has answered the question in here, and yes, and it has given value to people who think, and and also have that self-doubt in themselves, all right? So those will be the people who will not be able to succeed, right? And not only in this business but anywhere they go, because self-doubt, do not have that self-doubt, right? Be confident, and always be there to learn, right? So that's a key to success. So success is not guaranteed, right? I would say success is not guaranteed, right? So it all depends on your hard work, commitment, and accountability, and your patience and dedication as well, right? So once you have all these things, and you're fully committed, you know your goals, and you are just gonna be doing that fully committed, and you're gonna be consistent, right? Consistency is the key. So once you're consistent and dedicated, of course, then everything is gonna be aligned towards your goal, right? And success is gonna be yours. So yeah, on that note, I'm gonna finish up for today's segment. So thank you everyone who's gonna be watching this replay of my video, and thank you to everyone who has tuned in as well for the live session. Ram Rama, thank you so much for watching from Fiji as well. Thank you, and God bless you all. And I'm so grateful to each and every one of you who have been watching my videos and have been showing your love and blessings as well. So this was the day 18 of my audience info session Q&A segment. So if you have any questions, everyone, do put the questions, do send the questions to me, and you can DM me or you can email me, whichever way is convenient to you, and I will come here. I will answer you, and I will also do a live session so that I can address that question to everyone else as well, and then all the others can also know what it is all about as well. So thank you once again. And yeah, so that was for this segment, and until then I will see you again on the next segment, which is going to be happening next week on Thursday, and with another question. So once again, thank you everyone, and God bless you all, and I will see you shortly again for another Go Live today. Again, thank you everyone. God bless. See you. Bye.